Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday right here at the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day, but if you're not, hopefully this brightens it up a little bit. So we're doing something a little bit different today. You may have seen recently we've been doing some live details, some live washes. Adam Patali from Adam's Polishes was here recently. Well, this time we have a very special guest, someone you may know, someone you may be familiar with. Let's go out in the studio and see who we got. Oh my goodness, it's our very own Anthony Fisher and Levi Gates.
Anthony, we're the special guests.
What? This is incredible, Dane. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. I mean, we're so grateful to be here in our own studio.
Feels good.
Doing our own jobs that we just do.
We actually get paid for.
We get paid for.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So I am here with Levi. You are here in the studio.
I'm here with Anthony, and you're in the studio.
We're here to wash a car today. Live.
That's right.
And answer your detailing questions. So happy Friday Eve, everybody. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Boise, Idaho. The sun has come out. The snow has somewhat melted.
It's still cold. It's still cold.
It's still extremely cold to the point where it hurts our joints and bones
and lungs
and everything in between. But we have a temperature-controlled studio, and what more could we ask for? So today, Levi, we are washing Anthony Blaine's SRT 8.
Yeah, we call it it's like a Trackhawk clone.
I mean, yeah, basically.
I don't know what they call them.
I don't know what they call them.
Anyway, it's a good-looking little Jeep Grand Cherokee back here that makes loud noises, and we really like that. So we're going to be washing it. We've got some new products to play with that hopefully you guys last week during the sale took advantage of. Picked up some Ultra Rippin' Rags.
Maybe you picked up a new Ultra
stuff.
Wheel and Body Brush. Maybe you picked up one of these bad boys down here, right? Maybe you picked up some new Alkaline Wheel Cleaner, some Active Foam now in 1 liter sizes, where perhaps you were able to score a liter of GFX while it's still available. So we're going to be going through, giving this thing a wash. Ultimately, we're just hanging out, and we're just doing it with fancy cameras.
We told him if we only get a fender washed, it's fine. He can still drive. It's not going to hurt anything.
Who agreed to that?
Well, we're just saying, if we got too many questions to answer and it takes us away from the job at hand, that's what's going to happen.
True. We never really know what happens. So I think for the process for today is we're actually going to do something a little bit different. We are going to foam the vehicle first with Active Foam, and we're going to let that dwell just for a few minutes or so.
Yeah,
then we're going to go ahead.
Snow and grime and all that kind of stuff.
Then we're going to rinse it, and after the rinse, we'll probably knock out the wheels and then jump into the GFX wash, refoam the car, and then jump in with some of our 10X wash pads and give this thing a clean. So this car is coated. It does have Dr. Beasley's coating on it.
It does.
I can't remember.
It's it's their top level coating. And I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
10 years, something like that?
It's like a 10-year lifetime
10
coating.
years, and I think it actually has some self-healing effects.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
extreme.
this will be cool because we get to check out the hydrophobic behavior. We haven't actually watched this thing in a while.
We haven't. Brodel has.
Yeah.
Anthony Blaine has. His son has. Folks have washed that car for him, but you and I together have not.
Yeah, it's true. So, Dane, before we jump into this and we start mixing up some stuff and get to foaming, any quick questions rolling in that we should address right now?
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions here. Most are just people saying, hey, what's up? So happy to be here. But let me get to a couple here. I've got Bearded Hunter. Let me pop him up on the screen. He wrote a little bit of a paragraph here. What is up, my dudes? Hope your Thursday is going great. I have a neighbor with a 2023 G82 M3 in Sao Paulo yellow, and I've been trying to convince him to let me detail. Well, tomorrow is the day.
Ooh,
very nice.
Enjoy.
Very
You might want to light a candle for that moment there, Hunter. I mean, that sounds like a sensual experience.
Oh, my.
Don't get lost in the grill.
Yeah.
Jeff C. says, do you think using toppers on coatings can make them more prone to clogging? My DB coating has only ever seen GSF and Absolute with no toppers, still flawless water beading after a light Minnesota winter. So
100%, especially with something like Diamond Body. Any of the Diamond Protect line really doesn't need a topper, but if you are going to top the Diamond Body line or Diamond Protect line, I would recommend Quick Body. That's really the only thing you would top it with, and that's what we usually say.
Yeah.
Top it with the company, with the brand of topper that is of that coating.
I would do that, or like honestly, just a quick detail spray. Don't use a sealant. Don't use a dedicated, any other topper like that. Just use something that's going to add a little bit of glide during the drying process, and I think you'll be plenty happy. So like something like PNS paint gloss, right? Super cost effective.
Oh, yeah.
You can blow through a ton of it. You're not going to feel bad using it. But just a couple sprays of that per panel, it's not going to clog up the coating at all whatsoever. And it's got a lot of lubrication to the surface. So
it smells good too.
It smells good too.
Then I've got Jeff C. also following up to help you guys out, saying Nano Resin Pro.
There it is. That's what it is on the back there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Nano Resin Pro. You're right, Jeff.
And next, of course, I agree, Alex Dewar. Everybody watching right now, please drop a like if you're excited for TR SEMA. And this is my cue to tell you guys to explain, please, to our audience who's just joining in, what is TR SEMA? Pretend they don't know.
Oh, us? You want us to explain?
Yeah, I
you
want
meant
you
the
guys
people
to
dropping
explain.
in to explain it to them.
Well, Dane, TR SEMA is the Rag Company Media Access, a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Well,
that's a lie. It's actually once-a-year event.
Annual.
It's an annual event that happens that is guaranteed to blow your mind at least once in your lifetime. So it's from April 1st to April 4th. This is truly a unique, groundbreaking experience here in the detailing industry, where we go live for several days with some of the biggest and baddest brands in the world. Do you like
We got
that?
all our friends. Yeah, all of our friends around the industry, not only the brands that we carry, but some of the brands that we don't carry are actually coming to play here at the Rag Company. It's going to be 4 days, 8 hours a day. We're going to ask that you please leave your computer screen on while you're watching this. Do not turn it off.
Yeah.
We want you to go to sleep with the YouTube on.
I want your grandma's computer screens open. I want your mom's computer screens open. I don't know if it's a children-friendly show, but I mean, maybe depending on the age. But basically what we want is everybody's screens open. We want everybody streaming this, so that way when you're walking from one room to the other in your house,
It's just on.
You're not missing anything, right?
No.
And then what I want you to do is hack into your employer's network, and I would like you to hack in there and get everybody's screens
all playing.
They
don't have to watch, but we want them on.
Yes.
So
I guarantee
let them
you we
know
have some
that
hackers
this is more
watching
important
this
than
that
your
can do that.
daily job.
This
Watching TR SEMA is more important than what you've got going on during those 4 days.
So, here's the thing. You're going to be up to date on the latest and greatest in everything detailing, whether it's products, tools, techniques, towels, all of that jazz. You want to be in the know, and this is going to be the best place to do it. This happens once a year, again, we have so much fun. There's so many laughs to be had, and there's so much great education that if you miss it, then what are you even doing?
Well, then you go back and watch it the next day.
Oh,
on
I
YouTube,
guess it does
because it
continue
lives
to
on
exist
YouTube, so you can rewatch it and experience it again.
It's true.
So maybe you're out of town for that.
So you can
week.
do that as well. I mean, let's just say
it's more important to do it live.
Yeah.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. So anyways, check it out. We're going to have a really fun time. That is TRCMA, April 1st through the 4th. Come check us out. Come hang out with the Grand Ambassadors, the brands, and just enjoy the fantastic vibes. So that's TRCMA. Dane, anything else before we get to mixing?
Michael, if more important than daily job, will we get paid to watch?
No, but what we'll do,
pay you in
that
dollars.
week,
We're going to run some killer
Here's what we're going to do.
sales.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a discount going that week
For people who watch.
for people who watch.
Only people who watch. Nobody else.
We'll make it available for everybody.
Oh, okay.
But
Sure.
if you're watching, you can use that discount to buy some of the products that you're watching and seeing about.
I like
It's
that.
Right
like
at
getting paid.
theragcompany.com. It's
It's
like getting paid.
if you were going to order on a regular day.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's like
reasonable.
somebody just gave you like a nice, few bills, and you went, "Hey, wow, I didn't have these a second ago, but I might as well use them."
Well, let's just say like this. This is $45 for one of these.
Yeah.
And the Rip and Rag Ultra XL, and during TRCMA, maybe if we gave them like 20% off,
Ooh,
right?
that's a pretty
on
good
it,
deal.
that's like $8
It's taken off.
taken off.
I mean, what more could you want?
That's pretty good. We'll pay you that. I mean,
Yeah.
well, you'll keep it. We won't pay. You'll have to buy the box.
Yeah, there's a
But
lot of,
you'll keep $8
We're going to work
in
out the
pocket.
finer details. Anyways, so jumping straight
Get
into
to
this,
mixing.
we are
Yeah.
going to start with mixing up our Active Foam here. So Active Foam is now available in 1 liter sizes because you requested it. So many of you reached out to Coach Kemi and Coach Kemi USA and said, hey, we need Active Foam in a 1 liter size because this is the bee's knees. It is a killer pre-wash soap and everybody needs needs it, but not everybody needs 5 liters of it. So this is an easy way to try out this product for an affordable price and at a much smaller size, so you're gonna be able to store this much easier as well. So Active Foam, why do we use it? Because it has a higher pH than that of GSF, and this is something that's going to offer some pre-cleaning power, especially during the winter months, which is gonna help with road salt, magnesium chloride, it's gonna help with dirt, grime, and Levi's favorite word, traffic film.
That's not a real word.
2 words, traffic film.
No, it's just a dirty car.
Oh my gosh, just get a scent of that. So again, this is a pH of 9.5. It smells like a nightclub. All you need is a couple of glasses of alcohol and some cigarettes, and you are gonna feel like you were downtown last weekend, and it's a good
That doesn't make
time.
me want to go there.
What? No, not at all? All right, fine. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and
Smells
pour
divine, isn't
our
it? It
Active
smells.
Foam in here. As far as how much I'm putting in, that was probably about like 50 milliliters right there. I'm going to go a little bit more, and I'm going to call it good there.
Okay.
You don't need a ton of this, so realistically...
But you can max out about 200 milliliters
We
if you
can.
want. We'll say this is 1,000.
Yeah,
Right?
we've poured quite a bit.
200 in there, is about that much, and then the rest, 800 is water.
Yeah. So realistically, though, back to when you should be using this or how often you should be using this, a few times throughout the year is probably totally fine. You don't need to use it every wash. You shouldn't use it every
not
wash.
use it every wash.
Yeah.
People have said, hey, once a month, is that okay? Sure, I guess, if your car's really getting that bad.
If it's that
but
hammered.
I mean, I think once a season is totally fine. And I think that's
4
going
times
to
a year is a good one.
help maintain your coating. And with it being more alkaline than acidic, I think it is going to be generally safe on most of the popular coatings that are out there. So we're going to go ahead and get this on here, give this a quick stir. We are still using the PF22.
Are we going to wash the car first, or are you just going in dry?
I'm going in dry with the foam,
okay.
and I'm going to let this dwell.
Okay.
Right? And then after that, bam, pressure wash it
Maximum effect.
off. Maximum effect. We're doing it the European way.
All right, I like it.
So anyways, let me grab this pressure washer over
Follow
here.
Anthony and see what he's got going on.
Now, Levi, there's something about washing a car that just gets me going. You know what I mean? Dane, you feel the same way?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just reading some funny comments. Sorry, I'm running through some things here. There's quite a few.
You're telling me there's funny comments in a Rag Company live stream?
It's kind of our thing.
right?
I know we have a great audience for that, I must say.
So, one thing that we love doing with these videos, again, is because we're stress testing our system, getting it ready for TRCMA. But I thought I would show, we talked about it in the last live. Ladies and gentlemen, behold, I'm wearing the Crocs today.
We're
gonna be
oh my gosh,
Detailing in the Crocs.
Look at
Anthony switched out his nice Brooks for his other nicer Brooks to wash in. I don't understand that.
This is sticking substantially better when it doesn't have water on it.
It is.
You know what I
It's
mean?
very well.
Like, I love pre-rinsing. Always makes sense. It's never going to be a bad idea to pre-rinse. But if you really want to see your foam stick, then
yeah. But the big thing is we're not going to be touching this.
we're not touching it. We're going to be rinsing it.
Yeah.
So we're just
it's
letting
okay to do this.
we're letting the pH of 9.5 do a little bit of that work, help get behind that dirt, lift a little bit of it up, and start
Make
to
sure
actually
you get the
pre-clean.
lowers because that's where it's the most dirty.
Yeah, of course, Levi, of course. This isn't my first day here, am I right? Just go through. And this is only at about 100 milliliters, which is pretty,
It's pretty impressive.
pretty good foam for 100 milliliters.
Good
I mean,
soap.
not bad. It's really good. For something that is on the thinner side, it's not as thick of a soap as GSF.
But this is a true pre-foaming soap. This is what this soap is designed for. This and Super Foam are both designed to be sprayed on the vehicle to kind of do the heavy lifting. They are designed to be a pre-soak, break down dirt, grime, everything that we had talked about previously. We're going to let this stuff sit, and then we're going to rinse it off. And then we will refoam with maybe some GFX, or we'll go into a bucket wash with GFX, because from there we're going to a pH neutral soap. So
I wanted to get this out there. I actually had a very nice little pop-in by Carson Black because he stopped by yesterday.
he did. He stopped by yesterday. I saw him. It was
Carson
funny.
says, hey
Yeah,
guys,
he didn't see me,
awesome
but I saw
seeing you
him.
guys yesterday. Got my wheels all coated and have a little left. What's the shelf life on diamond wheels after it's been opened?
As long as there is, it's closed and kept in the box maybe, or a dark space, you could probably hold on to it for about a year. Make sure that cap is tight though. That's the biggest thing. Make sure that cap is tight. But yeah, it could sit for about a year.
We love diamond wheels though. It's great. Man, I got a lot of hellos here. My got a lot of people wanting to buy Brooks and wanting to buy Crocs, so as usual.
For what it's worth, these are my I don't know how to. These are my glycerins, but these are my
Stealth Fit GTS.
Yeah, these are my lime green and black ones, right?
Yeah.
They have a new color. They're limited edition, which it's in my office. It's that one I showed you guys on the main show. Yeah. They're black with like this kind of cool biscuit like cream color, like a gum rubber.
It's like natural gum, yeah.
Dane, you're wearing those today, aren't you?
I'm wearing my Maxes, actually. My sweet orange accent Maxes.
Anyways.
I love these things.
Yeah.
That's what I was wearing earlier. Same shoes as Dane today. But that's why I switched.
Brooks just has
I didn't want to get them wet.
Some fantastic drops to keep us comfortable and keep us going through all these months. And you know what? If it wasn't for Brooks, I'd probably say my sciatica issues maybe a hot mess.
Yeah.
Worse.
A lot worse.
Tons worse.
Definitely.
So, okay, this has done a pretty good job, right? We're seeing it dwell on the surface here. We don't want this to dry, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the rinsing wand and go through and rinse everything off here. But I mean, active foam, it's something that they use in car washes over there on that side of the world, which is pretty cool. Can you imagine going through a car wash and having it smell like this?
I would love to go through
I would love that.
car wash.
I would love it.
For such a powerful product, you don't expect it to smell good.
Yeah, it smells absolutely amazing. So we're gonna go through and rinse this. Dane, give us more questions.
Oh man, I've got a boatload here. I was just waiting for an opportunity to cut in.
Anthony, good thing you did a pre-squirt.
I always do a pre-squirt. One time I shot Dylan Von Kleist's truck with a pressure washer tip, and I've said I'm never doing that ever again in my entire life. So I pre-squirt as much as I can. Do you pre-squirt often?
I pre-squirt a lot.
I pre-squirt almost every single time.
Yeah, me too.
Man, contain yourself. Okay, so I got EC Details asking, Dane, is the Red Company carrying the new MTM foam cannon? And to my knowledge, I don't believe we have that in yet. I actually don't know the details on that particular one. Levi, Anthony, do you have anything?
It's the big wide mouth.
Just talking about the
big wide mouth one.
The wide mouth guy?
Yeah. So no, we don't have that. And I don't have an ETA as to if we're going to get that or not. So
okay, so that answers that. So currently,
what else you got, Dane?
Then let me go to my, they're all obsessed with your pre-skirt comments. We've got Josh here asking, what is the shelf life of unopened Diamond Protect products? Now, it's going to differ a little bit from product to product.
If they're unopened, it's pretty much infinite.
Okay.
As long as they're stored in a climate-controlled environment. So if they're in your garage or they're in your house, just keep them somewhere safe. And then open them when you're ready to use them.
And I'm assuming make sure that whatever seal is in there is intact. Like if the seal's broken, then it's not going to behave.
If you want to keep them longer and you're like, hey man, I just want to be safe, get a gallon Ziploc bag and zip them up, squeeze the air out. Air is the biggest enemy of this, and so we want to make sure that one, everything's tight, and then two, that there is no air actually getting back into the product.
And does putting them into a refrigerator do anything helpful, or is it just kind of unnecessary?
No, not really. I mean, that works for some products that have been open, but realistically, try and just keep them in a 60-degree temperature and throw a Ziploc bag on it. And you'll be
fair enough. I got this good one from Alex here saying, I'm looking forward to having Anthony randomly help me test fit wheels on cars in the TRC HQ parking lot.
I like that. Yeah, that'll be a good time, Alex.
So
you and Anthony test fitting wheels. I like that. Yeah. We've got a bunch of random Koenig wheels out here, various bolt patterns. That'll be a perfect test.
Now here's one. It says it's for Anthony, but I feel like Levi can tackle this one. Is AF good for a Camry with no protection that stays under a southern, oak tree? Dirt and tree remains in the trunk jam.
Yeah, it's a great pre-soak soap. It'll help clean and scrub, and you can use it in a bucket. I just do recommend you wear gloves. So.
Okay, yeah. And I want to give a little applause here for Demo.
Hey,
Just bought their
Demo,
first
congrats.
home, and they're trying to
Appreciate it,
update
man.
it. So congratulations.
Yeah,
man.
congratulations on the new house.
Yeah. So good luck, too, because that can always be a bit of a chore.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've also got Neil saying something about we don't have road salt in Georgia, but will it remove possum guts from your wheels? Trust me. Oh, it will remove possum guts.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you, Neil.
Yeah. Okay, here's kind of a out of left field one. We've got the one who shall remain nameless. What's your advice on taping when using Rupus polishers? Is it even necessary to tape to avoid the white mess on black molding / rubber? That comes down to the actual product you're using with your polisher.
So back the previous generation of Rupus compounds and
Yes.
polishes, I would say yes. Tape everything. Tape as many things as you can. The most recent generation with the new DA coarse and DA fine
And pure
I mean, like,
Protect.
they basically made them to where they're
Dane.
non-staining. And now I'm not saying that that thing is impossible with something like DA coarse, but I have not seen DA fine stain trim. I have not seen Uno pure,
It also depends on
Uno
the trim.
advanced, or
Yeah.
Uno protect stain trim at
No.
all whatsoever. And so those have been drastically improved in that way to reduce that. And anything that I have had on trim, I think I've just wiped it off. I think it just comes off.
Usually the biggest thing is how degraded that trim is. So if it's too far gone, tape it off.
If you hit like bed liner, right?
Yeah.
I have seen maybe like it just looks like something's been touched there, not necessarily stained, but it just looks like
or it's
something's
buffed.
gotten on it. Yeah, it's like it's gotten buffed, but I don't know. I think they've been drastically improved. So I mean, most of the compounds and polishes that we sell today are non-trim staining or are going to be nothing to worry about, really.
Okay. And I've gotten several new comments in here, so if you guys are good for a moment, I'll go ahead and start throwing those at you.
Okay.
Let's see. Neil, Madam Web is not my favorite movie. We can move right past that.
Did you put alkaline in here?
Yeah, we are good to go for
I'm going to spray the wheels while you answer some questions.
So yeah, Levi's going to start with spraying the wheels. So for what it's worth, Levi is going to be using the new alkaline wheel cleaner here, diluted at, I want to say 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. It was kind of like a rough estimate there. So it is going to be in a stronger dilution because these wheels, they release so much stuff, it's insane. Or these calipers and
SRT
brake
brake
setup.
rotors and
It's like
calipers,
it's a freaking nightmare.
Or the pads, rather.
I went a
Yeah.
little stronger on this, but Levi's got that in the IK Mini 360 sprayer. Levi, how's it spraying out? Pretty good?
It's spraying all right, yeah.
Spraying all right. I like to
What
hear
I like about this new product by Coach Kemi is it's a all-in-one, so you can actually spray the tires too, and it'll start to pull some of that bluing.
Yep. Wheels and tires, which is pretty incredible. So, and it's already working. I mean, instantly, the second you got it on that tire, I can start seeing pulling a lot of that brown out, which is great. So, yeah, anyways, this is also new on the website. You can check it out. It's available now. This is just a killer solution for people that have been wanting an alkaline-based wheel cleaner that's not Magic Wheel Cleaner from Coach Kemi, as the smell of this is not bad at all. I don't think Magic Wheel Cleaner smells that bad, but some people are really sensitive to the thioglycolate, the sulfury smell that you might get in some of the fallout removing wheel cleaners. So awesome product, and a little goes a long way. So something like this is going to last you quite some time, just like a product like BrakeBuster would. So what else you got for me, Dane?
Well, Hans and Jamie are preoccupied with Jimmy and his camera apparatus, saying he must work out with that on his shoulders. Followed by, Jamie here saying Jimmy's camera apparatus gets a new attachment every time we do a live stream.
Eventually, it's going to be a full-size mech that he's going to be walking
he's going to be
around in.
wearing an exosuit.
He'll be a
Pretty soon.
reclusi arc here pretty soon.
And then we got Alex here. Jimmy's going to be carrying his GR Corolla on the camera rig by the time TRCMA comes
Pretty
around.
much.
Hashtag
Too true.
Iron Man. Good job. All right.
Too true.
Let's see. We have a lot of comments that tie back to our recent video we released with you and Matt from OG going back and forth.
We made a video with Matt from Obsessed Garage.
So
people are
Mazel the
talking
Gazelle,
about it.
Mazel the Gazelle saying that hex lights in Costco are for winners. I can't wait to see what kind of awesome, encouraging comments happen here.
Oh, man, this
Followed
is
by
gonna be good.
Joey saying, "I wish Costco sold hex lights." Followed up by Super Auto here saying, let's have a hex light and sledgehammer pinata demo party. Okay.
That's hilarious.
So when he comes to visit, perhaps something will happen there.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. Antoine, wonderful Antoine here popping in. I just bought some Brooks. He's really excited. My podiatrist
Sweet.
asked if I'd ever heard of them. And
Sweet.
probably a little weird when you told
Antoine.
them where you had heard of them before.
Sweet. Join us. One
And
of
then
us. One
Mazel,
of us.
he's just drawing into the future of ideas for Ultra products, thinking, is there a foam cannon coming? Oh man. Always trying
Tony.
to dig and pry.
Tony, funny guy. Moving on. What else we got?
We got Rick here. Rick saying, what is going to replace the hex lights after Uncle Matty visits? Now, that is one you can actually touch on because Matt had some ideas.
Matt really wants us to get the Cree lighting. He wants us to join his Cree. Get it? Join his Cree?
His Cree
like,
time.
like it's a creed of people. No, so Cree lighting, once you see it in person, honestly, you kind of get it. It is very nice lighting. Apparatus Jimmy over here, right? Saw it, loved it. I mean, he literally was talking about that lighting in his sleep is how much he loved it. And yeah, you can
It
see
made
Apparatus
color
Jimmy there.
correction such a breeze compared to normal, I must say. It looked super crisp.
It is extremely nice lighting. I get it's expensive. It's expensive as hell, man, but holy crap, is it nice. So we're talking of that. I don't know if that's going to be the final solution, but we're talking of that. But the hex lights will be unfortunately going away. Now, do we not like our hex lights? It's not that we don't like them, but there's a lot of things about these that have caused issues with filming, and sometimes the light's a little bit too harsh, or it is distracting from the car. I mean, so there's a lot of points that people will make in the comments of the argument and whatnot, and some of them are true, because when we're filming and we're trying to maybe focus on a particular product, that product is on a car underneath these lights, and then all you're seeing is this giant web of lights, and you're not even really looking at the product. So that is a big factor there. So something to keep in mind, especially when you're running a business and you're like us and we're trying to promote things. So they'll be going away. I just don't know when the new lighting solution package is coming, and we also haven't set a date with Matt yet on when he's coming, but I think the plan is early summer is what we're thinking here.
Somewhere in that ballpark. And
Levi, what are you using?
I'm over here just working on some wheels, Anthony. What are you doing?
What brush is that, Levi?
Oh, this is the new Ultra Wheel and Body Brush.
Oh my! You got another one of those in the bucket?
No.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
on the counter.
No, you do.
Oh, I do. Holy crap!
You silly goose. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more of this alkaline wheel cleaner over here, and I'm going to do. Holy smokes! This did a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's almost a no-touch wheel.
Don't act too surprised.
That is actually no. I mean,
Dane. It surprises me every time I use it.
This did a very good job on here. So we're gonna go ahead and pre-spray my brush. Go through.
I think I've been using it too weak. I've been using it at home at the MOS HQ at a 10-to-1 dilution.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this is a 2-to-1, and I'm amazed at how well it has cleaned these wheels.
I think Anthony needs to see these because I think this is actually clean because he uses Magic Wheel Cleaner usually. That's his go-to, but he hasn't used this on here yet. So I think he's going to be very, very, very surprised.
And I've got here a comment from Brilliant Detailing LLC. Oh, with a good question here. Hey guys, do you still have that towel that was infused with silver? If you'll recall, the purpose of it was
you'll
to
have
kill
to check
bacteria.
our website.
No, I think, Levi, I don't know if we're out right now. I think we might be out.
We might be out.
I have not looked to check the stock levels of that recently, but we could be out of that towel. If you're not
Those are
seeing it.
great towels, though. I would highly recommend getting in touch with our customer service. You can always reach at 208-888-6821. That is our local number, so be sure to give them a call if you want to get the latest updates as far as
Really
inventory.
quick, Dane, can I shill
Yes.
really quick? Can I shill? Can I
Do
be
it.
a salesman for a minute?
Be the most disgustingly shilly salesman you can be.
Do you guys want to see the best damn wheel brush you've ever seen in your entire life?
Oh, here we go.
Do you want to leave your family behind? Do you want to clean wheels in the best way possible every single day and give it your all 1,000%?
Tell me more.
Do you want to watch children cry in the distance as they watch you make these wheels look so good that it can do nothing more than just bring a tear
Can it
to
make
their
children
eye?
cry?
I'm in pain. Free me.
No, in all seriousness though. So people have commented about the size of the new Ultra Wheel Brush, and they say, Anthony, this is kind of a small brush. Is it because you have small hands? No, this was intended to be about this size, and the reason for this is that this wheel right here, not a particularly complicated wheel, not in my opinion, but this brush right here is able to get into all the nooks and crannies. And check this out, right? Look, come in, look at this, right? So not only am I able to hit the face like I would with a normal brush, a normal big fat brush, I can now get between the spokes, work this way, work into the edges, right? I can actually rotate the brush around, right? Which is also pretty cool. Now look at this, ready? Oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Bam, I am in the freaking barrel right now. I am in the barrel, cleaning the inside of the barrel with this one brush.
Anthony, who designed that brush?
I designed this brush. Levi, thank you for asking. So this is, or I guess the Rag Company, we designed this brush as a team. But this right here is the bee's knees of wheel cleaning brushes. You don't have to have 15 billion brushes anymore. You need to get into your lugs, right? That toothbrush shape at the very end there now is able to get into those deep recessed areas and clean like it should.
Wow, tell me more.
I think I've cleaned this wheel 3 times, Levi, so I think I'm done talking about it, but truth of the matter is, this is an absolutely amazing brush, and I think everybody needs that in their bucket, along with one of their favorite tire scrubbing brushes.
The other fun thing about it is it's covered in rubber, so it's not going to hurt the wheels.
Correct. Levi, show me, wait, that brush is filthy. Clean it out in the bucket. Show me what it looks like. Does it clean out well? That does clean out exceptionally well.
Looks great. Very excited.
Joey's excited about the hot barrel action. Sold.
Yeah, no, the barrel thing is a big important thing for me because now you don't really have an excuse to skip your barrels, but people are so used to these giant fat brushes that they go, oh, it's going to take me longer to clean my wheel. Well, I go, you're only hitting the faces of those fat brushes. Now you don't have to dip back in, grab your fine brush, your other fine brush, and then now we've kind of solved a little bit of the barrel issue on most setups that have a larger wheel. Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing. Even on this wheel right here, right? So this has a pretty large rotor in it, right? Look at this. That's a massive rotor that I am still able to get behind. Check that out. It really is. It's freaking awesome. And so it's really dirty, right? Go back to my bucket, give it a few scrubs, and I'm back to being clean again. So everybody needs to buy that brush.
Nice. Michael says, it feels like this is a commercial I'll see at 1 a.m. on TV during a drunken night for that brush. Nice. That's the vibe he was going for. Sheldon here, what's up, my people? Popping in late. What's the wheel cleaner we're using today?
We're using alkaline wheel cleaner from Coach Kenny, which is going to be the latest, I can't say latest and greatest, but the latest addition to the Coach Kenny lineup here in the U.S., which now you have alkaline power to clean your wheels rather than the previous only magic wheel cleaner. So now you have some options. And for what it's worth, this is much more effective than just using Green Star on your wheels, because people might want to know, how does this compare to just using Green Star? And this is designed for wheels. It's meant for the filth that accumulates on wheels and tires. So instead of just being an all-purpose everything, this is what this is meant to do.
Alex, Jamie and I will start the bidding auction for the hex lights during the TRCMA halftime sale.
We'll sign them. We'll sign them, and we'll sell pieces of them. We just need to sell like
a little bit at a time. You know, everybody can take home a little piece of history. My guy Kirby, is the new body brush and the new one on the wheels the same brush?
It's called the Rag Company Wheel and Body Brush is what it's called. So this right here is called the Ultra Wheel and Body Brush.
So people freak out when you say that a brush is capable of going on the body. Why should people feel more comfortable with this brush possibly going onto body panels? Say painted.
So we're using body kind of loosely, right? I'm not expecting somebody to wash their car with this brush. I don't really think people should wash their car with this brush.
What about like your fender flares and your lower rockers and that kind of stuff?
Well, what there's going to be, Dane, is there's going to be parts on a vehicle, like the grill, right? Like the recesses where the fog lights are, right? like the recesses maybe around the side skirts or underneath the side skirts or underneath the mirrors there, or maybe the windows or maybe the cowling. There's going to be so many different areas on a vehicle that I can't say this is the wheel and cowl brush. That sounds pretty dumb. I'm not going to call it the wheel and grill brush. That's a really cool name. I might have to use that for something down the road. But there's a lot of different ways we could have worded this, but ultimately this is going to meant for areas on the body of the vehicle, but also the wheels. So you can use it on everything, and we go through a really proprietary process with these bristles to make them extremely soft right out of the box, but still be able to retain their rigidity and their shape. And so my biggest, my biggest recommendation would be, after you're done using this brush and after you've got done using it, abusing it, getting it wet and all of that, I really do think that you should hang dry it, right? So you have your little hang loop here. You can hang this up, let it dry out, and then it does have a clamshell that it can be stored back in. So you're going to go ahead and take your clamshell, put this back in here, close it, and then that way the bristles are going to keep their form and keep their shape rather than getting all like this one's been like thrown in every single random pile of stuff ever, so the bristles are kind of all wonky right now.
Because that can get into places that even our finest towels can't get into. It's just a matter of the rigidity of a bristle versus what a towel's fibers can do. They're going to
like door jambs with this brush all day long, no question. I mean, you can clean out your door jambs. I would feel 100% safe doing that. So for what it's worth, when we were going through and I was testing, oh my gosh, what felt like 100 different types of bristles. My main test bed for testing out the softness, rigidity, and the safety of bristles was actually running this on hoods. So we had a bunch of hoods here that I would test on.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was going through and testing how much micromarring was being done on these hoods, right? How noticeable was it under this color temperature and this color temperature of light, right? Is this an acceptable amount of micromarring for this style of brush in comparison to other brushes on the market? So I was putting this bristles up to all the other bristles from different companies, and what I can tell you is that any light micromarring that would possibly happen with this brush would even happen with some of the even nicest of towels. So this is just a really, really safe brush. I'm really happy with how it came out, and I think that, again, everybody needs one in their bucket along with your other favorite brushes. So anyways, Levi is off to, he's foaming.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's
We got to get
Christmas.
footage of this. This is the stuff that everybody tunes in for.
You guys ready for Christmas?
I'm ready for Christmas.
Man.
Are you ready for Christmas when Christmas is ready for you?
I wish you
Christmas
guys
in
could
March.
smell this.
Yeah, breathe it in, right? Suck that in.
Anthony, try and describe the smell for people at home.
Well, to me, it smells like eggnog. To other people, it smells like cinnamon. Other people, smells like mulberry. Smells like cranberries. Smells like, what are those big cinnamon Christmas pine cones?
Yeah.
Smells like that. What do you think it smells like? Some
Reminds
people
me
think
of
it smells
Christmas
like cake.
2002 when I had to hang out with my weird uncle for several hours.
Okay, that's probably not as fun for folks to think about.
Oh, sorry.
His name is Santa Claus. I don't think he appreciates
Yeah,
being
no.
called
It's how do I describe this? It's like a pine scent with a little bit of cinnamon in there. I smell vanilla. I smell a little bit of woodiness to it. But I mean, I think there is hints of nutmeg in there, which is why some people may think it smells like eggnog, but really you're just getting the hints of nutmeg. So that's a very calculated. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
What else you got for me, Dane? What other questions?
All right. Ooh, here's one that came hot off the press. What hat is Levi wearing? I don't recognize it.
Levi is wearing a Mickey Mouse hat. he got it at the Mickey Mouse Club in Disneyland.
I get the Mickey Mouse Club. I got it at a Disney store at Disneyland.
Sorry, Disney store, not Mickey Mouse.
That's my Disney hat.
It's got a little Mickey on the back.
I, unfortunately, when I went to Disneyland, right, recently, you guys know that, I did not get any Disney gear, or at least nothing that I would feel confident wearing. I didn't purchase anything I'd feel confident wearing outside.
Okay.
But I will say that they had some really cool Spirit jerseys. They just didn't have any ones that I would wear personally. So, Levi, it smells amazing in here. GFX, what do you think? Talk to me. It's going away soon. It has to. We're almost out.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
But what's great is because it's a pH balanced soap.
It's an 8. I mean, close
It's a little
to pH balance.
above it, but They had to do that for the scent so that the scent would last and stay. So it's great though, because we can use it in a bucket, we can use it in a foam cannon, we can wash with it. You can wash every day with it. You could buy that bottle, and it could be Christmas every weekend.
It could be Christmas every weekend. Yeah.
I like the descriptions I'm getting over here from people, such as schnozberries, smell like schnozberries, of course. But then Joey here smells like the perfect holiday living room with a fire burning while decorating the tree.
It is
How
weird
picturesque.
how it smells different to everybody else.
But then Neil
Like
here,
every person, it's their version of Christmas. It's pretty crazy.
It's meant to cause flashbacks, good and bad.
It's like that
quite
one
the sales
cologne you
pitch.
had that was mostly gasoline.
Yeah, it did smell
And,
a
old
lot. It
exhaust.
smelled a lot like fuel. I think it was called Dead Dinosaur. Do you remember that?
Oh
So
my God.
It smelled
that
like
stuff.
something different for all of us, and I
Dude,
said, this smells like my 76 Cutlass Supreme with a hint of pina colada and a bunch of cigarettes and cigar smoke.
What was the company that sent that out again?
I don't remember.
Okay, but it was called Dead Dinosaur was the scent, and it did smell like gasoline.
Crazy.
It smelled like a bunch of different things. But what was so funny is they said this doesn't smell like every car, but it reminds you of your first car, right?
Yeah.
And when you smelled it, you go, kind of does smell like my dirty old first car, right?
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Kind of
my
cleaned up, but not really, and old adhesives and,
Yeah. I
and
think-
old carpet and old fabric. And
my first Honda
lived in.
Civics, technically it smelled a little bit like grapes, but I mean, I could get that. So, all right, let's get to go ahead and washing with GFX, working from top to bottom here. We
All
have
right.
2 of our Ultra wash pads
Ooh, that's
inside here.
warm.
I'm going to wait until you're both holding wash pads because at this very moment, I'm going to need you guys to both do something that requires both of your hands.
What?
What?
Dane?
I'm posting this comment from Jay's Car Channel for $9.99 saying, thanks for another great live Q&A, fellas.
You just try to
Got him. I was
and
waiting
hold
for
it.
a big old splat,
The
you know?
soap got in my mouth. It's a pH of 8.
It worked.
Does it taste like,
It
does
totally
it taste
worked.
like Christmas?
It does not taste like Christmas. It tastes like chemicals.
So this is just a heads up to anybody who wants a super chat out there. If you catch them at the right time when they've got soap in their hands, it's a perfect time to make them clap. So,
Yeah.
we'll clap if
I was
there's
holding
a super
onto a
chat.
hose and my mitt.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, I got quite a few more here, but you guys keep talking. If you got other stuff to cover, go ahead. Otherwise,
Well,
I got
ask
a
a question.
boatload.
Send us
So
a
right
question.
now, I'm just kind of getting a feel for this coating. I'm trying to see the condition that it's in. It feels pretty good, Levi. What do you
Yeah,
think?
no, it's still slick underneath. Soap provides a lot of that, but I was noticing when I was spraying and I re-rinsed the vehicle,
Yeah.
and I noticed how the water behavior was, and
Yeah.
how the top panels
Yeah.
and the majority of the top panels were really clean
Yeah.
and very hydrophobic, and really the higher traffic areas, the back of the SUV, had a little more cling to it, but that's normal.
Yeah.
And some of the lower panels that get high traffic, a lot of dirt, a lot of grime,
Yep.
they were the dirtiest. So
Yep. Agreed.
but this coating is doing a great job.
I think it's going to, yeah, I feel like, honestly, up top here, it feels really, really good. I haven't gotten to the lowers yet.
I've got Aaron here asking a question about TR SEMA gear. He wants to know if we're
Okay.
releasing any this year. Are we having special TR SEMA gear? Because sometimes they see we have TR SEMA shirts for the crew.
So last year we did. Last year you guys got to see our Back to the Future style shirts. This year we have been talking about it. I don't know if
It's
if
a
we've
little
ordered
late
it
for that.
or
There's so
not,
much other
but
stuff.
we couldn't really agree on anything. So
Yeah, the thing is, so in previous years, we've always had a theme for TR SEMA, right? We kind of had, like the last year we had Back to the Future, and then before that we had Jack's Treasure, right, which was awesome. And then the year before that was kind of more of like a Top Gear style, theme. But this year we've gone more to like a template theme. How do you describe it? An easy,
well, we want to make it its own.
we make its own.
It's TR
a-
SEMA themed now. It's not
TR
tied
SEMA,
to any
see-
existing properties or anything like that. It is
Correct.
purely TR SEMA look and feel. So it's its own thing. So going forward, we build off that.
Yeah, so going forward, we probably just need to build out some more TR SEMA related theming, I guess.
Because that's the hard part, is if you create a theme and you're kind of tied to it just for that year, it all becomes irrelevant the second the new thing comes around. So this way it can be
Correct.
more of a permanent, lasting thing, and maybe we stop slapping the year on everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up some more comments for you guys here, though. Oh, boy. One who shall remain nameless. GFX does not taste as good as it smells. Like Anthony, I learned by mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Then I've got Umberto here asking, is the Coach Chemi tire glaze going for a sheen look, or does it require to reapply for a glossy look? Or is it glossy and you have to knock it down? So he's kind of
I think it's
figure out
glossy and
levels.
you have to knock it down personally. That's me.
Okay.
I think it goes on a lot shinier than that of PSS. So PSS, I love. I'm obsessed with the way that PSS looks.
I love PSS. It's really good.
That's my preferred dressing, I guess you could say. But with that said, there's people out there that want more of a show shine. Something that's going to be a little bit deeper, a little bit more of a sheen. And for that, Levi, what are you doing?
I'm just using the body brush on the body.
What the heck?
Oh.
Show people how to do that.
Oh, you want to see?
Show people how to do it.
Here we go. Look at this. Look, I can even clean the windshield.
What the heck?
Oh my gosh, and you're not scratching it?
Well, windshield's easy. You're not going to scratch it.
I'm throwing it out there for
But you can get up in nice into your cowls if you need to. You can get down into some of these little nooks and crannies. You can get in around the sides of your mirror. You can scrub your mirrors. Or, say there's all these logos down here on the side, right? They're always full of dirt.
It is soft enough to do that. It's not going to cause any major harm or deep gouges, no.
And if you want to scrub the whole car, you can do that. I've been washing whole cars with just this brush instead of a mitt.
I personally don't like that. I want that to be noted. I, Anthony, personally do not like washing cars with whole brushes, but
Okay.
It can be done.
there we
That was
go.
the reason
Snap
for
right
it.
here. Yes, it can be done, but I personally don't like to do it. That's just me, though.
Noted. All right. Here's one. Not related to what you're doing right now, but still a good one. One who shall
Yeah.
remain nameless. What's the current favorite pad of yours to use with Uno Advanced? What's the best way to clean the pads when using Uno Advanced? And would
you wanna
using a
wash 'em
pad
out.
washer
You'll want to wash them
after
out.
affect the longevity and protection of Advanced?
So with Uno Advance, it's the same principles as your towels. If you're sealing the paint, you're sealing the towels. So Rags to Riches is honestly one of the best ones you could use. So wash the pad out, clean the pad out, make sure that it's as free and clean of contaminants, and then throw it in the wash with Rags to Riches, or throw it in a bucket of Rags to Riches to let it soak if you want to save the pad. Otherwise, use the pad on the vehicle and toss it.
Should I show people something really quick?
Yeah, go
Jimmy,
for it.
can you come over here for me for 1 sec?
Kirby wants
Please.
to see you use it on wiper blades.
That's what we were just doing, Kirby. Watch.
Let's go ahead and show you guys this. So here's my Ultra Wheel and Body Brush, right? See how I have this channel here, right, between my A-pillar and my windshield, okay? I want to clean out this channel because this channel will often get filled with just a bunch of grime and a bunch of crap. So I'm going to take my brush here, I'm going to lodge it up right next to this, and I'm going to begin working that channel here and keeping my bristles lodged into the side. That's going to be able to clean out that whole channel there, give that a good clean.
You can
and
take it all the way up into that top
Oh,
channel.
I could. Then coming down here, right? Look at, I'm barely even touching that outer paint with what, 1 or 2 bristles. It's not going to do anything. Going like that, hitting around the bottom of the cowling here. I'm using that bristle to get under
the
and
wiper
behind
blade.
there. And then I get the blade, right? Sure. There's the blade. Clean the blade up. Back side, front side, all the way down to the edge. Clean the back side if I want to, give that a good scrub. But ultimately, this brush is just really good at getting even underneath backside of the hood here.
It's versatile. Like, that's the benefit of not having a gigantic, big wheel brush like you see a lot of these things be. This one is much more of a precision tool, but
It is, and that's what I love about it. But people go, Well, you thought, thought it would be bigger,
It looks like
right?
more work.
I hate when people tell me they thought it would be bigger.
Let's see. I've got Ethan Bland here. Welcome, Ethan. How can I make the Ultra Air Blaster not shoot as much water out? I have the rigid 4.5 gallon compressor.
How to make it not shoot as much water? Is that what it says?
Yeah, you should be able to adjust a little valve.
So
on the side,
it sounds like you have moisture.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Do you have the
Make sure
Ultra
you
Air
drain your
Blaster
tank.
Plus or the Ultra Air Blaster? Because if you have the Ultra Air Blaster and shooting out water, it sounds like you might have water in your tank.
Right.
And you need to go ahead and you need to air that out, and you need to get a filter as well.
Yeah. Well, we want to make sure we clarify, Ethan, if you have the Ultra Air Blaster or the Plus. So, yeah. Go ahead and let us know, and then we can follow up on that. Next up, Spencer. Our good old Spencer Mation here. What are the requirements for a vehicle at SEMA? I want my 24 BMW M3 or a tractor that we ceramic coated. Okay, so because they've been to SEMA a number of times, he's just looking for input on like what it takes to get a vehicle in there. Not necessarily in our booth, because we actually have a pretty good thing going with Freddie Tavares getting cars in our booth, but I think he's just asking in general. I know that Levi and Anthony, you pay attention to the regulations quite a bit. Do you have any input for Spencer?
I think if you have notable cars, or if you have a car that has been heavily modified or has had some type of media around it, it's usually the best thing. But yeah, I mean, just because it's a new car, right? Like let's just say you bought a 2024 M3, it's pretty cool. But just because you have it doesn't necessarily mean that there's not going to be like 30 of them there already. You know
At
what I
SEMA,
mean?
there's going to need to be some pretty substantial modifications done to a vehicle to really make it even remotely stand out, because everything there looks crazy. If you show up with a stock car, it can definitely be a challenge.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the biggest thing. So anybody can take their car to SEMA.
Right.
So let's just say, Spencer, you wanted, I'm not putting the rag company out here, but let's just say you go with a business ask that you bring your car. The two things that happen: it's either going to be in the booth, or it's going to, if it's in the booth, then it's going to be outside with all the other cars outside. Those spots cost money. So that company would have to pay $1,700, I think, or $1,800 for an outside spot. And then you would park your car in that outside spot, if that makes sense. So, but booth car in a booth doesn't cost us any money. It's usually the cost of getting the vehicle there. Sometimes it's putting the person up that brings the car, the driver, things like that. Some people have a really great car, and they send it out, to companies saying, hey, I'd like you to consider my car for SEMA if you're looking for a car. And there are companies that have short lists of vehicles that they're looking at for SEMA. We always have 3 to 4 cars as backups every year. So
yeah, we don't just count on one, because stuff always happens.
Yeah, we usually have 1 or 2 from the same person, but then we also have additional backups that we can get a hold of and say, hey, we might need your car. And I just plan for that and expect. It does suck when we can't take that car, because there's a lot of great cars. But it really is up to the company. They usually reach out, especially if you're working with them or something like that. So.
Okay, and it looks like our audience, fortunately, very helpful people. We have a good crowd here of people who want to help educate. Basically, Ethan was saying just the regular blaster, there's a lot of condensation coming out, and then everybody followed up and explained that's his tank doing it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, well, anytime you compress air, you create water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was appreciative. We got that squared away. Hopefully that solves
Anthony,
that.
if you could show him the air compressor, right outside the air compressor, we have a oil filter or oil separator.
Yeah.
You can just show them that real quick right here in this room.
I have no idea where that's at.
It's right on the wall.
No idea where that's at.
Okay, I'll show them.
Let me go. You built this thing. I didn't build this thing. Right on the wall.
And Anthony, while you're looking for that, Michael here wants to know if the Ultra brush is good for seals around the windows. I believe you just showed that.
Yes. That's a separator right there.
So that's just a small separator that allows some liquid to drain. But in reality, what you need are drops. So Jimmy, come over this way if you can. These are drops. This helps drain, but then there's also a drain on the tank. So you always have to drain your tank after every use, because that's where all that water builds up inside, and it's got to go out somewhere, so it's going to go out through the airline. Now, if you have built airlines like we have, going up and then over, water can collect in like that elbow right there, Jimmy. Okay, see that little elbow? Water could collect as it goes up and makes its way into this pipe. So we need to be able to make sure that everything's at an angle, everything always drains, water can run downhill so that we can drain any liquid in our system. And we do that I do that at my house. Anthony does it at his. We always got to drain the tank. So make sure your stuff's clean. Now, you can buy a dryer that you can put in line. So you can put that separator, that oil separator, and then you can put the dryer in there next to it to help remove any extra liquid. But that starts to get expensive, and you really should only do that if you're running a larger system or you're running paint through your systems and painting cars and things like that. And you need a much bigger air compressor than the Husky Silent Flow to do that.
Antoine's got a good point here. I don't think he's wrong. While detailing is about cleaning to an extent, the worst part about detailing is when you have to clean your cleaning tools and towels and pads.
Yeah.
The one who shall remain nameless follows up for Levi here. I'm sorry, I should have specified. Best way to clean the pads during the polishing process with advanced blowout with air. Pad washer, brush, question mark?
Either or. Air, pad washer, brush, all of them. It's not going to degrade the protection and longevity, but I do not recommend getting those pads wet until you're done applying advanced.
Okay.
So, because advanced doesn't like water when it's in its curing process, so air and a brush are the best. So.
And then I've got Quality Touch here. I got a gallon of both Brake Bee and Iron Bee. Should I still buy the new AWC from Coach?
So I would tell you yes, because I'm trying to sell you a product. But in reality, you don't need to. I will say that this product is really amazing and is chemically different from Brake Buster. It's kind of the same style and effect in that it's a general purpose wheel cleaner, but this is a very strong, but it's a strong wheel cleaner, but can also be used on the body just like Brake Buster, but you have the ability to dilute this product in a number of different ways. So you can figure out a best way to use this product at your discretion.
Yeah, Brake Buster, you don't usually need to dilute it as much. AWC is more if you want to dilute something.
Yeah, or AWH.
Or AWH, yeah. Sorry, there we go. And boom, I've got DS next up. Any tips for removing those white deposit marks from underhood insulation panels
No.
that look like t-shirt sweat stains?
No, DS, you're just going to have to wash that. A lot of times you can spray a little degreaser on there, but I don't like doing that because that white deposit is just soap, usually. So I just try to rinse that as lightly as I can. One thing you can do is grab a steamer and steam that the next time you're working. But again, those deteriorate very fast. So just be really careful with them.
Okay. And Alex here, good point from Alex, always safety related. When draining your air tank, wear ear protection if the tank is still full of air.
Yes,
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
it's
it's
to your benefit. Don't blow those eardrums out.
I had a tire blow on my bike.
Ooh.
And it caused tinnitus.
It messed me up, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how loud it actually went off.
Not good. Anyways, so really quick, can I do another quick spiel here?
Go for it.
Okay. Ready? 3? Hold on, let me quiet myself. Hold on.
Gotta prepare.
What's about to happen?
Staying quiet, he's preparing.
3, 2, 1, and hey guys, Anthony with Red Line Towels, and today I'm going to show you the absorbency and the insane absorbing power that this.
What? It's not Red Line towels.
Yeah, it's a red towel. And it's a line of its own.
No.
We don't have any black towels, so it's the red one.
Okay. Well,
so Red Line Towels, and this is going to blow your freaking mind here, right? This is the most insane drying towel I've ever seen in my entire life, right? If you like this towel, make sure to check out down below on TikTok Shop, because this is just going to, this is just insane, guys. I can't even freaking believe it.
You want to send them to ragcompany.com.
Look at this water. Look how much water's on here, right? This one towel will dry the whole thing. I mean, this one towel could dry like 15 of these things. Watch this. What? Dude. This towel, they're almost out of stock. I mean, actually, they've just been restocked. You can go down below in the TikTok Shop.
No, it's ragcompany.com.
You can buy it there. Red line towels, it's the best thing ever. They're not black, but they are red, and they're just incredible. Dane, what do you think?
You know what? I'm blown away. I'm going to go buy like 150 right now.
You should, because nobody has ever apparently seen the power of a microfiber drying towel. Nobody has ever seen that in this day and age. It's absolutely incredible.
I've been using Bounty towels my entire life. What did you just show me?
Yeah. I mean, apparently everybody's been using pieces of leather, right? That they literally harvested themselves.
I just found a random piece of animal fur out in the woods and used that to dry my car for the last 15 years. You're telling me there's something better?
It's incredible that twist loop drying towels have existed for, you know what I mean? God, I don't know what now, like 7 years now? It's just 8 years? It's just incredible that this towel based on old mop technology, which has a ton of surface area, can dry this well, right?
Twist
and you know
loops are
what?
crazy.
This towel isn't $40, right? In TikTok Shop.
It's $40.
This towel is, it's way more affordable. I mean, God, we have the Liquidator, we have this. Anyways, red line towels, check them out at theragcompany.com, because apparently if you add line in the name, things sell. And if you have a TikTok Shop, then you can't keep them on the shelf.
I'll remember that for next time. Thank you so much. All right.
I hate this world that we live in. I hate the world we live in. I'm going to be out of a job.
Man.
I'm going to be out of a job because of TikTokers selling towels online. It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You guys think that, I would love it. You guys think that Matt Mormon was unhinged in our little tier list video. Yeah. If that would have been a topic in that tier list video, I would have gone.
You would have lost your mind.
What if Matt starts his own TikTok shop with all his products?
Dude, I'm straight up. We're going to start a TikTok shop, and I'm going to sell towels to people who have apparently never heard of a microfiber towel. And when you guys see me shilling this, I want you guys to just understand why I'm doing it, right?
This kid needs
when
braces.
I say, have you guys ever seen a towel like this? Or is this your mom's old bath towel that you dry your car with, right? Forget this. Check this out, right? I'm going to have to, apparently I'm going to have to do that to be able to target the masses, because I can't just say, hey guys, do you care about your car? Do you want something that's not going to scratch but also absorb all the water? Here's a great option for you, right? And it's extremely affordable. I can't do that. I have to start out with a crusty towel that apparently teenagers have used for months and months, and then say, is this what you're drying your car with? No, throw that away. This is insane, guys. It's going to blow your mind. This is my Mustang. It's not a 5.0. It's just got the V6 in it, but you know what? This is...
I care about my car.
I care about my car, right? So I'm not going to use a chamois or a bath towel anymore. I'm going to use this black drying towel. That's $30, but on certain days on TikTok Shop you can save $7, and it's an affiliate link and it helps everybody.
David Boyce
I'm
is
sorry.
right. Just call them the Matadors because they're red. Although, in fairness to Umberto, he can't see red, so that's kind of a problem.
I'm embarrassed. I've gone off.
If you were younger, you might.
If I was 21, I would have been smarter to do more research, because I did research when I was 21, right? And that's when I found waffle weaves, and I was like, this is incredible, right? And I started preaching to my friends, hey, use a waffle weave. And I had bros tell me no, dude, my absorber works.
I got my bath towel.
I got my bath towel. I got an absorber. I got the best bath towel from Walmart the other day.
It's full of sand. It's cool.
Sucks, dude. It sucks that we're living in an age where there's so many people that live on TikTok.
Hey, Anthony, did you know back in the day when I had my shop, we used to take our chamois, throw them on the concrete, spray them out when they got dirty, and then pick them back up and throw them back in a bucket, and then dry cars.
I'm sure.
That's how we did it, dude.
I'm sure you did it back in the day. But
Anthony,
I'm
I got a
about
fun
to start
one for
selling
you.
this as the Red Line towel, and you guys can't hate me for that.
It's just a straight up
Seems to go on a
rebrand. Same
TikTok.
towel, but we're just taking a
Red
different
Line car
marketing
care
tactic
products,
with
right?
it.
It was basically
all about Honda life.
It was based on the bike brand, right? It was one of my first bikes. I love my
That's
Red
what you
Line.
call it.
Anyways, it's ridiculous. I hate this. I hate that app. I hate the opportunity it's giving people. It's taking advantage of people.
So salty. So salty. Bill Pearson, another question for Anthony.
Yeah.
What's the freak up with Dutch Bros? They opened one over a month ago, and even this afternoon, there's a line of people around the parking lot. He's just now getting to see the madness. It's basically like when In-N-Out opens a store in like another state or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. So
One of those places.
Bill Pearson. So Dutch Bros has been around for quite some time, right? Founded in Oregon, right? By it was two guys that founded it in Oregon. One of them unfortunately passed away early into their Dutch Bros career.
Dane.
Do it for Dane.
Dane.
What-
They had drink one for Dane, and my
Dane,
aunt
sorry.
used to buy me stickers from them because it was
his
the
name
whole
was Dane.
thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dane passed away early on, right? So I can't remember the other guy's name, but if my sister knew that I didn't know his name, then she'd be very disappointed as she runs a Dutch Bros stand.
Yeah, it's because you work with Dane.
So Dutch Bros in general, it's good coffee. I mean, it's good. I mean, is it like, oh my gosh, it's the best coffee ever? No, but I mean, people will kill each other over Dutch Bros, which is absolutely insane.
Also
But
addicted to it.
my sister and brother-in-law own and operate a stand down in Oceanside, California. Go and check it out. If you go there and you ask for Caitlin, just say, hey, I watch Anthony on the Rag Company podcast. She probably will think you're crazy, but also she might give you a discount. Who knows? So, so what's up with it? I think that people get excited about it the same way we got excited about In-N-Out. When In-N-Out came to Idaho,
I still haven't gone. You go every Sunday for breakfast.
You can't even eat there for lunch or dinner because the line is 3 hours long. But you can get there for breakfast at 9:30 and get a sandwich or get a burger and be in and out in about 20 minutes. So
Here's where it differs, though. Part of the whole thing about the way Dutch does their stuff is the energy level is just different there. Unlike like in In-N-Out, where it's a normal fast food experience, but pleasant, very pleasant. When you go to Dutch, the intensity level is cranked up a little bit. You got music going. The people out there are like kind of in your face, a little intense but friendly, but like aggressively friendly. They want to ask you all about your day. Whether they care or not is another matter for dispute, but it's just the energy is high. So you got to be prepared. If you're an introvert, you got to get yourself kind of calibrated for the
You see how
experience
we
you're going
rip
to
and
have.
rag those?
There are running jokes about that kind of thing. So just understand, it's going to be a little intense when you set foot on the property at a Dutch Bros.
I think what it does, I think some people love it, some people don't love it. Some people don't want an interactive coffee experience, other people do.
I'm one of those people who will pass.
Part of it, people like the experience of going. Other part of it is that America is obsessed with sugary drinks. I mean, people love sugary drinks. Like I get looked at like a crazy person if I go to Dutch Bros and say, "Can I have a
sugar?
black coffee? Black,
Please."
no pumps. I want no pumps of flavor." And they go, "Well, surely you want whipped cream." I say, "No." And they go, "Sprinkles?" I go, "No." And they go, "Do you want
Caramel?
a sugar-free Rebel poured into the black coffee?" I say, "No, I just want a black coffee." And they go, "Oh, well, you're not very flavorful." And I say, "No, I don't want diabetes." And so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I also do not abide by sugar.
So anyways, that's the only thing. I mean, obviously Dutch Bros has a ton of sugar-free options, and they do have some, I guess, healthier things there. But I mean,
But they are sugary drinks. They're very sugary.
Most of the drinks they have are very sugary, and what people don't realize
And they did like
is
kind of
that
the In-N-Out style where they only have a few menu items.
correct. They know Levi, but they have some secret things, of course. But what I'm trying to say is that what America doesn't know is that
America runs on Dunkin'.
the sugar content in many coffees across the nation, paired with the milk content, the cream, right, gets attached to your tongue, right, thus causing horrible breath for the rest of the day. Some people want to
Anthony,
start.
you know what'll remove that?
A tongue scraper, Levi.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
and so what I'm trying to say is
You
that
guys want good oral hygiene, you watch the Rag
when
Company.
I see people going through a coffee place,
people tune in.
when I see people going through a coffee shop and I see them getting like I don't know how much milk or whole milk or creamer with tons of sugar, I go, your tongue is gross. I'm judging you because of your tongue.
Anthony got us all to start buying tongue scrapers. Everybody here at the Rag Company uses a tongue scraper. Jimmy uses a tongue scraper. AB uses a tongue scraper.
Oh my gosh.
Lucas in customer service
I'm still
uses a tongue
fired up
scraper.
from the towel
Dane
thing.
started using a tongue scraper.
Black coffee it cannot give you bad breath. It can't. It's impossible. It's literally hot bean water. It cannot give you bad breath. It's impossible.
Hot bean tongue.
There's no molecules to be able to attach to your tongue, right? But the second you include sugar, the binding agent, right, and the milk, right, you are creating a swamp of bacteria on your tongue that is now literally establishing the bad breath that lasts the entire day. And then when you say, "Oh, sorry, coffee breath," I go, "Yeah,
That's
I hope
creamer
you don't
breath.
get diabetes. I mean, I hope that you're alive in several years with how much sugar you're adding to your coffee." Anyways, I'm not trying to make this a health lesson.
Let's roll it back into detailing here. I've got the perfect way to finagle us back into that lane. Bill Pearson here saying, "Howdy, chaps," from a finally
Bill
sunny
Pearson
SoCal.
started the last rant.
Yeah, I know. It's going to happen again. Who knows? From a finally sunny SoCal, now that it looks like a break from the rains, I'm going to be washing. Question is, how long is absolute bucket stable? Is 6 weeks too long?
In a bucket?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
I feel like it's on the
So
side.
the only thing with absolute is you do have to stir it back up after, if you're going to keep it for longer than a month or even more than a week, you do need to stir it because molecules do start to separate a little bit in the water. Not a lot, but it's just like some light separation. So stir it back up, stick your hand in there, stir it up before you use it.
All right. Then I've got several comments about coffee, but we're going to ignore those because that was way too intense. We've established now. I've got a good one here, though, that definitely won't get people fired up at all. Lakes Country Detailer asking, is there a smaller size of the red line towel?
Unfortunately, not the red
Maybe you just hold up a Red Eagle at 500 and
No,
it's a
that's not the
totally
same
different
towel, Dane.
towel.
It's not the same
It's not
towel.
remotely the same, but it is a 16 by 16 option available in red and fairly thick and fluffy, but not
Levi,
really a good drying towel.
You doing some glass cleaning over there?
Do a little glass cleaning with the Ultra XL.
Nice. He's using the Ultra, the new Ultra Rip and Rag.
The Pearl Weave.
Pearl Weave in a 16 by 16
allows
size.
me to do that
It's literally.
because it's so tight.
How does it feel on that glass?
Oh, perfect.
Phenomenal, right?
This is
Street
tinted
free
glass.
Can you
using a
show
little
us a
KCX glass cleaner?
demo on the exterior there,
Yeah.
please? Show us. So the Ultra Rip and Rag XL, this is definitely going to be one of the best bangs for the buck because this towel right here, 70-30 blend, 16 by 16, just under 300 GSM. You are getting 50 of these, right? 50 of them for what? For I think it's $44.99, $44.95. You're getting these for under $1 a towel. It is the best. It is the best bang for the buck there is. 100%. There is really not a better deal for a Pearl Weave of this grade, of this quality, and of this blend here, being that it's a 70-30. And so
You're probably going, but what about the Purple Pearl?
So the Purple Pearl, also amazing, right? Biggest difference, Purple Pearl was South Korean made. Ultra Rip and Rags are sourced in China, but the fiber, the polyester and polyamide, obviously of Korean quality there. So the purple is great. We love the Purple Pearl. We know that's so many people's favorite towel.
Because of this towel, we discontinued the Purple Pearl.
We still sell the Purple Pearl.
We have some available at random distributors around the country.
I do think that
but this is the new king.
with this coming out, it's like the Purple Pearl may not make sense to have. So, yeah, I hope that many of you try this out and love it and just use it. Yes, they are safe to use right out of the box if you want to use them this way. We've really reduced a lot of the manufacturing, any linting that would have happened from there. We've reduced as much as possible, but you can always wash them as well. It's just now you're not ripping them off the roll. So
It's really satisfying. And Javier here with nice things to say. What does Javier say? He says, "You all got me through college. finally graduated, and now I got time to get back into detailing.
Nice,
That's awesome,
Javier.
All right.
Glad we could help
Congratulations.
assist a little bit on that journey.
Feels good,
and
It's like one of our first children getting through college.
It is.
It's always nice to hear.
Feels-
So thank you
feels
for
similar
sharing.
to that.
We're not responsible for your debt that you accrued during college.
That is important to point out.
But we will take the accolades and prides given unto thee.
Oh, yeah. Then Kevin here saying, hello, guys. Anthony, what a great discussion with Matt at Obsessed Garage.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Jimmy.
we have a very, very sharply
doing?
focused rip and rag poll here.
Bad tear. So,
Yes.
So to answer your question, or I guess to just comment on that, it was a great discussion on that. Me and Matt had a ton of fun making
It
that
was so
tier list
fun.
video. It was hilarious. People that don't know Matt, people that genuinely don't know him, he may come off as rude. He may come off as kind of pompousy, whatever. But
Half
if
the
you-
commenters just look like they hated him.
Yeah,
and
if you-
that's kind of what you end up with when people are going in
if you
blind.
know Matt, then you know that like me and him are truly giving each other crap and we're having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is passionate about some of these things, just the same way I'm passionate about putting sugar and creamer in coffee. I hate that, but we're passionate about different things. It's just I think that people see him and they go, "Oh, this guy's a jerk," or whatever it is. He's not. It was all in good fun. The whole tier list video was a blast. Yeah, we had a great time, and I can't wait to shoot more with him down the road. So hopefully, when he comes here, or if we make another trip out to Florida, we'll get a lot more of those. Or maybe that their team will decide to make some tier list videos for themselves.
Yeah. You never know.
You thought it was funny?
I thought it was great because that's exactly how it goes anytime we hang out with Matt.
What
Yeah.
was your favorite part of that video?
I liked it when he called you husky.
Yeah,
He
that
didn't understand. He didn't. He's so high above us
kind of
that he
hurt.
didn't know what husky tools were, and he assumed it was a
I'm a
weight
husky guy.
issue.
I'm a husky guy.
And,
He goes,
and,
"Yeah, I used to be a
husky
husky guy
yeah,
too." I'm like,
that was
"That's-
hilarious.
I'm a husky tool guy.
And then
Should've-
we've talked about how great husky air compressors are, and he instantly like cut them down and was like, "No, they're garbage." And we're like, "You've never even tried one. You don't even know."
The Husky Silent Flow is the best bang for the buck. And that's why I fought for a lot of the things that I was passionate about. And some of the things I didn't really want to fight about or not argue about.
Well, you can't argue with
I
him
just
on it.
didn't really, I wasn't that interested. So
Sometimes you can just feel where it's going to be a non-starter,
Yeah.
and you're like, I got better things to worry about.
I just gave him the win. However, Costco is a magical place,
a
right?
delightful
and
place.
he obviously hasn't done Costco with me. And so if I,
Well,
we
he
get
doesn't
him
have
up
a
here.
Costco down the street,
He
right?
doesn't. He also doesn't have an executive membership.
In
doesn't have an
the
executive
Pacific
membership.
Northwest, Costco is a way of life, I will say.
Well,
for
we
a
get
lot
all
of
those
people.
items fresh. That's
Yeah.
the difference. He's in Florida, so he gets all the swampy stuff. That's why.
I don't think that's how
Is
it works.
it is it true that you can buy like half of a gator at Costco?
Probably in the south.
I mean, anything's possible, right? Oh, look at
Seabass
that.
has one too.
Wow,
Look
that's
at-
great.
Today's
Well,
live
you don't want to
stream
show us member
sponsored-
number, otherwise someone's going to get.
Sponsored by Costco.
That's Seabass's though. He's
Yeah.
only a gold star.
This is but you know.
Us executive members got to.
Yeah, let me get mine out here so I can
okay, that's
prove that
enough
to
of that.
folks.
Okay.
There we go.
Anyway, I've got a
Executive
bunch of
membership.
comments and questions here.
It's the kind of
That's
life
very
we
helpful.
live here at the Rag Company.
One thing I want to ask, though, just the audience, husky, the term husky, how that got associated with being overweight when the animal you're naming it after is so athletic. Like, how did that tie-in happen?
I don't know,
How'd
Dane.
that-
I assume that huskies look bigger than what they are because of the fur. The thickness.
Somebody weigh
The
in.
subtle
I'm just
thickness.
curious to know. But Joey
Bones.
here, I can't wait for the hidden footage of Jamie and Dewar taking it upon themselves to dig a drain for the wash bay. Which, by the way, for people who haven't seen lately, we've got the mat back over there, and
Yeah.
the sump pump is doing work. So
It started
just in
working.
case I missed
It started working this morning for
I
some
hit
reason.
I hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
This
It
morning.
fired right up.
I dinged it, and
Yeah.
but we are getting a new mat because this mat is absolutely it's
We'll have to
hammered.
probably get a new sump pump
We
too.
got to get 3 years out of it, but we do need to get a new pump, a new mat, and get that kind of looking fresh again. You know.
Oh, yeah. And then I've got H. Gleason. Will you have the new HLR 15 cordless Rupas available?
H. Gleason. So we put in an order like everybody else in the world.
We're waiting on ours. We're waiting
Yeah.
on it. So that's all. I mean,
So I will-
they're coming. We just
I
don't know
will
when.
say this, and I don't even know if I can say this,
Uh-oh.
but
What?
what most people don't realize is that the HLR 15s, the reason we are behind the rest of the world is we have to assemble ours.
In the US of A.
In the US of A.
God bless America.
And the ones in Europe that came out were already pre-approved for their electrical grid.
Correct, yeah.
And already had different motors and processors.
Yeah.
So they had to create another variant that could work with our grid. And so that is what has the reason people have seen versions go out in Europe.
Yeah.
And we don't, and the UK and US doesn't have theirs yet. So the goal is a worldwide launch of the proper tools. Now I'm going to say Europe and UK already had proper tools, but that launch is happening. That is the reason we did not go with a pre-sale order or pre-order, because we weren't sure how long it was going to take.
It would have been it would have been 5 months.
It would have been 5 months for a lot of folks. And so we understand the pain that some people have, but that is why we didn't do the pre-order. So when we get ours, you guys will know. And the best way to find out is to sign up for the newsletter. Go to theragcompany.com, scroll all the way to the bottom and sign up and subscribe to the details so that you'll be the first to know when those new polishers drop. We are hoping to talk about them at TRCMA within a month. So fingers crossed we'll have at least some tools available. If not, it'll be very soon. So we've been talking with Rupes along with a number of other manufacturers or resellers, just finding timelines as to when those are coming, because we know
we want them just
excited.
As bad as you guys do.
Yep. And they want them just as bad. So
yeah. Spencer here with the important questions. Could the Ultra Rip and Rag be used for coating removal as well?
Yes, Spencer, it's
great
for
you guys like me, where pearls are ruined on ceramic coating dirty farm equipment.
Yeah. Nope, you could totally use it. I coated a car this weekend.
Yeah.
Took a box home, used that as my leveling towel. It was amazing. It was awesome.
Yep, less than a bucket towel, too.
Yep.
Oh, for real. I like this one. Joey asking how Matt would handle the Costco bagel situation that Anthony ran into.
I don't know. I actually wonder what he would even know. I probably the same way. There'd probably be a confusion or a freak out there when he says, no, I just want one bag of bagels. And they would say, sir, do you know what the bagel policy is here? And then he wouldn't understand. It's a multiple bagel policy here. We need 2 bags. I think there would probably be some confusion, and he would have to have like a hard mental reset in that moment.
You know how many times the word bag appears in the word bagel? Once. Okay, moving on. One who shall remain nameless. So, I should stock up on the purple pearls before they're gone forever?
Yes. If you love them and you want more of them, get them while you can, because they really are going away. We've had a good run with them. I think going on 4 years with them, 3 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Now.
We've had them for a long time, and they've been a good towel. But
this is seceded and is amazing for its price, quality, and tearability. It's a terrible towel. I mean, a tearaway towel.
I had a request here from Glenn Shore. Glenn, can you hit me one more time?
Oh.
Yes. Sorry, something.
What's being said?
Oh, this just in.
This just in. Glenn. She had a request. I lost it.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I've got plenty of comments and questions here. So if you guys are looking for those,
does the audience
plenty.
Would the audience like to see when Matt comes here? Should we actually schedule time, right, for me and him to make a Costco trip? Let us know in the comments. Would you like to see that? Would that be funny for you to watch?
Would enjoy a live stream of that, just like phone in your pocket live stream of the whole experience. That would be crazy.
I would love it just to be like, hey, Matt, we're going to go eat lunch today, and we're going to do this. And he thinks we're going to like somewhere fancy. And then I actually
get him a $1.50 hot dog.
I just take him to go get a $1.50 hot dog, right?
You can have a slice of pizza, man.
And we get a couple slices of pizza. We give him a few food. Well, we have our appetizers at the sample carts, right? And then from there,
warm up.
We are warm up, and then we talk about pricing.
You have to take him to yours, because that's the
new one. I want to show him the quality products that Costco has, because he says everything's low quality there. I want to say
this is
Matt,
a Bose speaker system.
This is a Bose speaker. I didn't know Dyson was low quality.
Yeah,
I didn't
vacuums.
I didn't know that
these are Ninja food processors.
These $3,000 Sony TVs and LG TVs were of low quality, right?
Don't you have this TV, man?
Yeah, you have this exact TV. I'd like to walk you through that.
H. Gleason very kindly says, thanks, I'll patiently wait for you to get them. We really appreciate that, Gleason.
Appreciate
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Now, I've got a boatload of questions here. Let me get to Jay's Car Channel. Did y'all talk about the Ultra Soft Sponge a few weeks back? If so, When's it coming out?
End of the month, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be ready for TRCMA. We got confirmation from
We've
Jeff.
talked. We've kind of been on the fence.
Nope. Your dad, after we did that live, Dane, he messaged us. It was in a group chat. If you didn't read it, but you were on that chat, and he said, I got confirmation from the factory. We will have them by the end of March, ready to go for TRCMA.
Yep.
We'll hold them to it. All right. So moving down the line, I've got, Joey wondering if Grandambassadors get a piece of the hex lights.
Well, possibly. You never know. We'll
Probably
see.
break off a piece of something. We have
See
to
if
wait
you can fit
until
it in your luggage on
he
the plane.
tears them down, but I might be able to steal a piece or two off of them.
Yeah. And then we've got
They're tied into
Mark.
the ceiling.
Let's see.
Mark Stone here. According to my UPS tracking number, I'll have my new Ultra wheel brush and the entire Ultra Air lineup on my doorstep tomorrow.
Hey,
Nice.
Anthony, you know what I got coming to my doorstep tonight?
What?
Karcher Cube.
No, you do not.
Karcher Cube coming to the MOSHQ.
What'd you end up getting?
I got the bigger one.
1800?
I got the 1800.
No way.
So that'll
That's
be there.
exciting.
MOSHQ.
Are you gonna do like a plasti dip like I did?
I don't know yet. It's pretty much gonna just go outside with me.
Oh, is it living outside?
No, but I could build a small little fort, like a birdhouse for it.
Like an enclosure.
like one of those mini libraries that you see walking around your neighborhood.
Yeah.
I build one of those and I just put it inside
That'd
there.
be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Little
going to look
door.
like a rabbit hutch.
And then Dane. And then I could put. Maybe I could just go buy a rabbit hutch at
I had not
B&B.
checked the
There you go.
reviews of the 1800. I have no idea what it's like, but I know that my 1700 is still kicking.
That's great. I'm excited.
All right, next up, I've got Thomas Farver saying, enjoying your show from the thumb of Michigan. Curious how the new Ultra Clay Mitt compares to traditional clay. We
blows
get
it out of
this
the
a
water,
lot.
brother.
Yeah.
Blows it out of the water.
Well, explain some of the specifics as to why somebody might want like one versus.
Well, when you drop it, you can wash it and reuse it.
That's a game changer for a
It's
lot of
also
people who are
very
used
quick,
to
very
bars.
fast.
It's easy to clean
It's
out.
easy to clean out. You can use it with soap and water. You can use it with your favorite
Clay lube,
clay
soap.
lube, any of that. And because it's perforated, and because we put absorbent qualities behind it, i.e. the towel, the mitt, the pad, the scrubber, it provides lubrication to pass through the perforation. So it's far safer than traditional clay.
Yeah, Levi,
right.
big fan. I'm a big fan. We love it.
Jeff C. here asking, do you think using toppers on coatings can make them more prone
already
to
answered this
clogging?
question,
Yeah,
Dane.
you already
This
did
is
that
one of the first
All
ones.
right. Making
Yep.
sure. We got the Appreciated the Mopar Love. Then we've got no clean maker on DB36, question mark.
No, you can use Clean Maker on Diamond Body 36. You can.
Right.
But it doesn't need it. That's all we're saying. So
Okay.
I'd probably
Yeah.
just go with Dream Maker. If you want to make it pop a little more, just do that.
Yeah. Another
Riggs
comment about a
920.
drain.
No drain, not yet.
Shame,
Still fighting the
shame,
fight.
there's no drain.
That's why I'm wearing these delightful Crocs. My feet are wet,
Yeah,
but I can take them off. I can use a ripping rag. I can dry my feeties,
yeah.
dry off my Crocs, live to see another, maybe put my socks back on and put my Brooks back on.
Not
Too
bad.
true, Levi.
So
Too true.
All right. Then, Absolute has more than enough drying lube for me, says Jeff. Thank you.
there you
It
go.
really does. I mean, something like Absolute or something like paint gloss, I mean, you're really just looking. I mean, a drying aid doesn't always have to have protection. I mean, back in the day, we love bead maker. I still love a bead maker bath. I love dousing an entire vehicle in bead maker.
I still have God mode bead maker.
grabbing my towel and say, I'm going to ruin you.
Yeah.
and just dry up all that bead maker. It's the most satisfying thing, but we've just realized that, like, hey, that's not really realistic for everybody. You guys don't have the same access to towels that we have, so it's going to be more upsetting when you guys clog a towel and you have to go through the process of declogging it with rags to riches. So ultimately, if your car is coated, that coating is going to be doing its job. You can top it as needed. But what I would recommend doing is every wash, right? When you're using a drying aid, use something like Absolute, use something like paint gloss, use something that's not
that
going
was
to add
also
anything.
why we created Dream Maker.
Yeah. Well, or Dream Maker, right?
You know?
But then when you're not doing that, then ultimately, if you are wanting to add a topper, get this towel, get a box of these, right?
Yeah.
And then
Rip
you're
and
going to
Rag
go
XL.
ahead and you're going to take this, or God, what else do I have inside here? Okay, here we go. Example of how to use, how to add a topper to it. This is paint gloss, obviously. How to add a topper without using a drying towel and a bunch of other stuff. Go like this in a rip and rag.
This. Go.
Rip and rag XL.
Get it.
And then the old-fashioned way, just spread in your topper. That's all you need to do. Flip the towel, right? And you can go through and you can add bead maker, you can add whatever you want to add. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to go through what? 3 of these, right?
Maybe 5.
Maybe 5, right? And then you can wash them and use them over and over and over again. Or you go through a $20 drying towel, not like a $40 black drying towel, and you go through, you go through a $20 drying towel, and this makes more sense. It's more cost effective. It's gonna be easier to rinse out. So, anyway, it's just something to keep in mind. What a sweet looking rig. That thing is gonna drive off into the sunset, and what more could you want?
But it's also perfect for wheels. You want to use them on your wheels. You want to dry off your wheels. You don't need to grab a big drying towel. Grab those ripping rags.
Say less, Levi. I know exactly.
I will say less.
Yeah, say less.
Umberto asking the important question. If we get over 500 likes on TRCMO, would we see Levi Gates getting foamed?
Ooh. No, you have to get me over 1,000 likes on TRCMA.
Okay.
Too many people watch TRCMA.
Yeah, you can see he's a little nervous about that.
I'm not nervous, Dane. Just because I don't know how to swim, I'm not nervous.
If we get 1,000 likes on one of the live streams on one of the days, one of the days.
One of the days. Then I would.
Just a random Thursday. Yeah.
You can mess me up, dude.
Alex says he will do a full ASMR Hexlite demo at TRCMA.
Not during TRC. That would not help us.
You know what I think?
Thank you, Alex.
This is what I think I want to do.
I want you to do a live floor cleaning demo.
What I want to actually happen is I want to have Matt come and demo these lights, right? And I want that to be one of the funniest videos that we ever shoot, right? And then what I want him to do is I want him to sit down at this desk right here. I'm going to hand him every single piece of one of these hex lights, and he's going to sign it, and we're going to sign it.
I see.
And then we're going to put those at theragcompany.com and sell them for $10 a piece. I
like that.
So you can have a piece of Hexlite history.
Remember that yard sale
That's an amazing idea. Who's the marketing guy here? That's a great idea.
Technically you.
That's a good idea, man.
Yeah. A lot of us are, but
good idea.
Then we've got our wonderful friend Fred here. You should ship the hex lights to Matt at the OGHQ and Destination OG.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, that would be
pretty funny, Matt.
Riggs here.
He'd be
after shopping, have Matt detail a car with nothing but products from Costco.
They don't have a lot of detailed products.
They got towels.
Last time I was there, they did have a bucket of chemical guys or something.
That's good.
Did they?
That was something I saw. Let's see. The next All Day Anthony video will for sure be installing second-hand hex lights in his garage. So we definitely see a little of that.
Oh man, I'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah.
Live stream Costco run and his reaction to seeing the hex lights. All right, let's see what's in the top of our. Alex putting a bold proclamation: 100 TRCMA likes, and I will get foam.
That's not that hard, Alex.
That's very easy.
Someone's very thirsty.
Right, Alex.
It's all in the hips.
He needs to bring extra clothes. Is what he's going to need to do.
Man. And on that note, we have exhausted our supply of questions. So, guys, what do you have to say to wrap us up here?
Just be ready, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're ready. You've got your calendars marked. You've taken that week off of work, and if you haven't, that you're actually still at work for that week, that you make sure you let everybody in your office know to keep their computers open. Go in after work and set everybody's lock screens, home screens, everything you need to do to the Rag Company YouTube channel so that they know. Make sure if they've got like an Alexa on their desk or anything, randomly start shouting out to make sure that they set timers,
Alexa.
they set calendar reminders
Alexa,
for TRCMA.
subscribe to the Rag Company Media Access.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing we could ask for. Make sure everybody watches April 1st through the 4th, TRCMA. And if you're a little confused and you want to find out more, go to our website. We got a little tab right there.
We've got a
You can
tab
even
for
watch
it.
last year's show.
Yeah.
It's still good. It still smells great.
You can watch years past that. Like, I'm putting together a playlist that has all of them together. So if somebody really wants to go nuts, it's like a podcast stream. You can just go through a bunch of them. But there's still great content buried away in there. So thank you, guys. This was a fun wash. People had a good time in the comments, I see. And, Anthony Blaine got a nice, clean Jeep out of it. So I think he's doing all right, too. Anyway, I hope that everybody at home enjoyed watching this, had a good time, and your day is a little bit brighter because of it. And if not, well, you can always improve your situation by going out and cleaning a car yourself. just get that therapy in, good time. So anyway, as I mentioned, TR coming in hot, coming up fast. So if you're looking for details, you can always go to theragcompany.com, look for the TR tab, and you can get all the details as to which companies are showing and when on our YouTube channel. But until next time, this has been Q&A Thursday. I'm your host, Dane Hennon. That was Anthony and Levi, and we'll catch up with you next week on the Rag Company podcast. So have a great weekend and take care. Bye.